Hello everyone, it's Rick Passek, FlyFish Fanatic, and welcome to my tying bench. Today we're going to play around a little bit with a little river pattern. This is it's a caddis pattern basically, but it's got a little bit of flash in it and a little bit of movement in the tail and stuff. I'm using the new Semperfli Eggstatic as the protruding body, let's call it that. Yeah, these things are absolutely deadly at the right time when there's caddis and stuff hatching. That's absolutely awesome. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Just make sure that you follow the instructions, especially tying in that tail. You've got to make sure that you go back far enough to tie that in, get that core tied in of that material. Alrighty, hope you guys enjoy. Let's get tying. So in the vise today, we have a Ahrex FW541 in a size 8, 8, 10, 12. That's what I tie these in. Then I am going to be using some white Semperfli Nanosilk. You're not going to really see the thread, but if you're concerned, use the matching color to whatever color of fly you're using. So like a green in this case. For the body, a little bit of Holo tinsel. Actually, I'll be using the Semperfli one. Put right there. Yep. So I'll be using the Semperfli Holo tinsel. For the let's call it the wing tail, I'll be using some Semperfli Eggstatic in the do I even have it on here the right color? Yep, this one here, the Chartreuse. No, actually, the Chartreuse is on the other one, but I tie it in this color, which is peacock green, or I tie it in the yellowy Chartreuse. This one I'll be doing the Chartreuse. For rib, some Semperfli wire. It's basically just to hold the tail down, and then up at the front as a collar, some Peacock Dubbing by Hens. Okay, let's get her going. 532 bead or bigger. I want this to be heavy. I want this to get down. You can definitely put some underbody lead into this one if you want. Either some round wraps or some sticky back flat lead, up to you, whatever you prefer. So first things first, I'm going to tie in my wire. Stick that right under that bead. All the way back to the point where it starts to bend. And then just go in behind it there. I don't want to go past that bend spot. Okay. Next, I'm going to tie in my body material. Come all the way back forward. Tie in my body material. That's about it. Come back forward. Just in slightly overlapping wraps. You just want to make sure the previous wrap is covered. Now, if you want to make this thing indestructible, stop at this point and put UV resin on it. I'm not going to bother for the video, but if you want to make it indestructible, these do. The nice thing with this is I'm taking my time. I can punch these out in a minute and a half, and that's good because these will ride right down in the rocks in the rivers. I've used these in lakes with some success, but this is definitely more of a river pattern. So actually, I changed my mind. I'm going to go with the darker green. So I'm just going to want it about that long. So I'm just going to give that just a slight snip. And I'm going to come back a bit and just tie right over top. Get that nicely tied in. Okay. There you go. Now, I'm just going to take this and wrap this forward. Just going to get one loose wrap until I get it in my hand, and then give that a nice cinch down. I want to make sure it stays on the top. Another cinch down, another cinch down, and come right to the front here. Tie that off. Okay, now I just want to make sure that's good, and then I'm going to take my little Velcro brush and just Velcro that out a bit, because I don't really care about the rib, like seeing the rib. I want to have that body, that tail, really predominant here, right? So I'm just making sure that I'm just brushing this all out just to get nice and buggy. Okay, then I'm going to take my dubbing. Now it depends on the color scheme that I go, but this one here, for this one, it's a number 1. It's kind of black and a little bit of green in it. If I was doing one with a red tail, I'd do red, blah, so on and so forth. But this one, it's a typical, like more of an artificial peacock, actual peacock, right? That bluey, greeny, black kind of coloring. And I want a fairly decent thorax section here. So a tiny bit more. I just want a little bit more right behind that bead, just to make sure it's nice and tight. Because I am going to be picking this out pretty aggressively here. Okay. They're a weird looking fly, but they work, man. And I do always, when I'm picking out, I always try to do 2 good whip finish sets. Really pull that in there. And then I'm just going to go quite aggressive and pull that out. There's your finished fly. That's it. So, like I said, I've done well with this in a black, same version, exactly the same, but with black in the lakes. It's a leech, right? I will take a lighter and just give this a quick little singe on the end, just so it doesn't doesn't fray on you. Just give it a ever so quick little singe. There you go. Just in case. I've never had this stuff fray yet, but it's just more of a habit. So there you go. That's it. Really simple fly. Got a little bit of that silver underbody that shows through, right? And it's an attractor, plus it's a bit of a natural, right? Because it does look, once it gets wet, it kind of looks like a caddis, right? So, alrighty, hope you guys enjoyed that one. Like I said, it's more of an attractor than anything. So, but rivers, and if you want to do it in lakes, go with a same thing. Just go with black or a different green, yeah, tie it the same way. So, tie lines, everyone.